Stop doing their work. Stop doing it for them. You say, I'll get it done without you. That way, if it falls apart, you did all you could do to make sure it happened. So you're at peace. It feels like it comes from the right place. You want to make sure all the things come together. Even though those in the back are slacking, you do it anyway. Aren't you tired of carrying the weight for others? Has it become your role to fix it all because people know you'll clean up the mess? People aren't doing their share and you're doing their part to make sure it all gets done. Would they do the same for you? So why are you doing it? If you're struggling with chronic overfunctioning, you feel like you're the only one holding the production together, listen up. It's time to stop doing everyone else's work. We're breaking down the Ringelmann Effect when people around you aren't doing their share and you're doing it for them. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you 3 practical tools to finally reclaim your boundaries and shut it all down. I'm Aubrey Lynch. I'm a former professional dancer, Disney executive, and wellness director. For over 40 years, I've helped high achievers silence self-doubt and transform their heaviest challenges into authentic power. And I'm here to help you. Because walking with lions means knowing where your responsibility ends and theirs begins. Welcome to Season 6 of Roar. There's a term for this. It's called the Ringelmann Effect, often referred to as social loafing. That's what it's called. In 1913, a French agricultural engineer named Max Ringelmann conducted a simple rope pulling experiment. He asked individuals to pull on a rope as hard as they could, measuring their maximum output. Then he put them into groups. Logic tells us that a group of 8 people would pull 8 times as hard as a single person. But Ringelmann discovered the exact opposite. As the group size increased, the individual effort plummeted. When pulling alone, people gave 100%. When placed in a group of 8, each individual only exerted about 49% of their potential. Why? Psychologists call it the diffusion of responsibility. When we're part of a group, an unconscious, insidious thought creeps into our minds. Someone else will handle it. Because individual effort becomes invisible within the collective, personal accountability evaporates. If you're a high achiever, a leader, a parent, or simply a deeply empathetic person, you know this dynamic intimately. You are usually the person at the front of the rope, pulling until your hands ache while the people behind you are just holding on for the ride. You know this. Let's look through the lens of the theater. In traditional theater, there is an architectural archway called the proscenium. It's where the audience meets the stage. It's a boundary between their performance and the experience. That's why you call it the fourth wall. You don't break looking at the audience. You're telling a story as if the audience is not there. But what happens in your own life when you cross the proscenium? You create chaos. You destroy the boundaries of your own life. I've done this most of my life. I'm not sure if it's because I want to be liked or if I really feel like the job can't get done without me. That's ego speaking. Of course it can get done without me, but I feel compelled to do the work until it gets done, no matter what's happening around me. I was working on this small show many years ago, and I remember how badly I wanted it to work. There wasn't a big budget, a lot of people involved were not experienced, and in all honesty, I don't think they were serious about their work. By the time that production opened, I was doing with the hair, and the makeup, and the sounds, and the lighting, and the costumes, and the staging, and the choreography. In fact, I remember during some of the tech rehearsals, I was actually reminding the stage manager when to call the cues. That was really something. I loved it. But why did I do that? Why was I doing the job of everybody else? We ultimately stumbled through opening night. It was pretty good. It wasn't a disaster. But why did I do that? I was going home every night emotionally depleted, physically drained, and deeply resentful. Overfunction for others actually robs them of their own growth and exhausts your own light. When I carried their weight, they didn't have to build the muscles to carry it themselves. My overfunction was actually enabling their underfunctioning. By trying to serve the show, I was dissolving the proscenium arch. I was preventing them from taking the ownership of their own learning. When you constantly step in to rescue a coworker who missed a deadline, when you manage a partner's emotions so they don't have to feel them, or when you carry the entire emotional load of your family, you're not being a hero. You're training them to drop the rope. You cannot walk with your lions if you're carrying everyone else's lions on your back. How do we walk with the lion of overfunctioning? How do we establish a proscenium arch in our own corporate offices, our communities, and our living rooms? Here are 3 tangible behaviors to help you combat the Ringelmann Effect and protect your energy. Draw your arch. You cannot enforce a boundary that you haven't clearly defined. Take out your journal this week and literally draw a line down the middle of the page. On one side, list tasks, emotional burdens, and responsibilities you're currently carrying for other people, especially those who are completely capable of doing it for themselves. Your action item is to practice the graceful no this week. When someone attempts to hand you their end of the rope, gracefully step back and say, I know you have the capacity to handle this, and I can't wait to see how you execute it. The energy budget. In the theater, no one gets into the auditorium without a ticket. Your time and emotional energy are your most valuable finite resources, but you are likely giving them away for free. Assign a ticket price to your time. Evaluate the requests, the extra projects, the draining relationships in your life, and ask yourself, is this person or activity paying the price of admission through mutual respect, collaboration, or joy? Is this person doing their share for me? Would they do the same for me? You know the answer. And if not, you gotta stop what you're doing. They are not allowed into your theater unless they're doing their share. The accountability spotlight, individual identifiability. Clinical research into the Ringelmann Effect by social psychologists proves that social loafing thrives in anonymity. When people feel their individual effort isn't visible, they coast. To combat this, you must establish what researchers call individual identifiability. Whether you're managing a team at work or organizing a family event, assign clear, highly specific roles. Make sure every single person's contribution is transparent to the entire group. Stop hiding their inaction by silently doing the work for them in the background. Let the spotlight hit their assigned tasks so they can no longer hide in the crowd. When the effort becomes visible, accountability returns. The Ringelmann Effect, or social loafing, isn't just laziness. It is a psychological response to blurred boundaries. Stepping back and allowing others to carry their own weight is ultimately an act of respect, both for them and for yourself. Mastering your boundaries prepares you for the next critical stage of your evolution, radical editing. In our next episode, we're going to explore the director's cut, radical editing of your life. We'll discuss the courage it takes to cut the successful parts of your life that no longer align with your highest self, and why high achievers learn to cut the extra. Cut it off. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Don't let underfunctioning people run your life. One planet, one tribe, one world, one love. I'll see you there.